Peace. Welcome to Dubspot's Dojo, the Beat Bang Theory. I'm your host and Dubspot Instructor Shareef Islam, and today my guest is from the world-renowned, world-famous D.I.T.C, Diggin in the Crates, one of the most influential producers and artists of our time, Lord Finesse.
What's going on?
Peace. What's going on, man?
Good to have you.
Good to have you. Good to have you, man.
Great to be here, man.
You are one of the few that's an artist and producer that's like in both fields. You up there, you know. You got a lot of producers. I mean, you like one of the first cats that I know of that were doing it. You know, we got Eric Sermon.
Yeah, I can name them. You got Eric Sermon. You got Q-Tip. You got Redman. You got Large Professor. You got Pete Rock.
So a lot of people like you guys were like pioneers as far as artists and producers in both good in both fields.
I think for any artist that's coming in the game, whether it's hip hop, whatever, I think you should know what you're getting into.
Right.
You know, especially with music, because even if you have to talk to a producer telling them what you want,
right,
you got to be able to describe what you want.
Let me ask you this: what was some of your favorite records that you produced, whether you were on them or you produced for someone else, and kind of like what made them your favorite? That maybe like, you know, your creative process in that, or you know, working with the artists.
I think one of my favorite records is Off and On.
Off and On? Okay.
Off and on. Off and on. Off and on.
I like creating magic with artists. Like, I consider myself a tailor. You know, let's say I'm a tailor. I might, you know, got some beats already done. So I got suits done, and, you know, if you want to buy one of them suits, fine. But if you're patient and you really want to create some magic, I got some fabric in the back.
Like that.
I can size you up, fit you up with the fabric.
Right.
So when you walk in a party, you got something nobody has. And that's the beauty of music.
Tailor-made for the artist.
Right. So when you can sit with an artist and pick the artist's mind and see where they want to go with it, and they can name different instruments, and, you know, and y'all sit and build that together, and it becomes phenomenal, then it's dope.
Me and you were talking about this. We was chopping it up before about the process, and you know, we're in the digital age with the high technology. You just pulled out, for those who don't know what these are 45s. These is actual vinyl, people who are, you know, I know YouTube is the digital crate of today, but it's something about
Nah, I mean,
the record. It's cool.
YouTube is good. When you rely too much on it, you're bugging. You know, because it's nothing like vinyl, man.
Right.
It's nothing like vinyl. There's nothing like playing a record, panning the left side, panning the right side, and most of all, getting that warm analog sound. Now with YouTube, you gotta hope somebody's gonna have that love and passion that we're talking about to rip it the right way with the right quality, so you can do what you want with it.
Right.
You only as good as what somebody rip and put up there. So if they don't rip nothing and put it up there, then you trash. You're done. you straight done.
Right. So you listen to the music. You don't just look for samples. You actually listening to these records.
Right. I mean, because when I'm listening to the records, I'm listening for different things.
Right.
Yeah, I can listen to see if I'm going to find a great loop. Or I could listen to see, okay, it's some kicks and snares on here. With the kicks and snares, I can create my own drum kit.
Right.
You know, my own personal drum kit. Not wait until it's uploaded on the internet and I got a drum kit now.
Right.
But to create your own drum kit and signature sound, and when you produce a record and people go, yo, what was those drums you used? It makes you feel good because it was well worth putting that energy in to creating your own drum kit and your signature sound.
What was you using? What was your stuff? Your arsenal, your weapons of choice.
Back in the days, my weapon of choice was the SB 1200 and the 950. It was in the world of limitation. That's what I always like to say, the world of limitation. So when we created something phenomenal, knowing all the curves and the tricks that we had to do to make it sound the way it sound, it gave you a real incredible sense of pride that now when you have all this and it's limitless, I don't think a lot of producers of today's generation can appreciate the limitless because they wasn't limited.
I'm hip to the game. I'll always be the same. Cause when I'm broke, I got fame, sunshine or rain. Ain't a damn thing changed. I'm hip to the game.
I'm basically now, I'm an MPC dude. Prime story. I'm in Cali. Dr. Dre, good friend of mine, Melman. Ness, what you need in the studio? Give me my 1200, give me my 950. Good. So you know, anybody who has an SB 1200, you already know when you load it, might take 3 minutes to load.
Yep.
Make that little noise while it's loading. So you know, I play the beat. Oh, okay, that's dope. Play something else. Now they playing beats. When they playing beats, they playing like 7, 8 at a time. Bow, turning off, bow, turning off, bow. And I just felt at that point, I felt like Fred Flintstone. I really felt like when keeping it real goes wrong. Until they came with this joint right here. Matter of fact, I was there when it was, but this was just an idea, it was a theory.
Right.
And they gathered up different producers from all over the world to put their ideas into this machine. If you're an MPC person, it allows you to go to the next level without losing your past.
Right.
I think when you pick a machine, it should always be chosen by your work habits. And the purpose of getting a machine is something that's gonna cut your workload. That's gonna make your work easier. It's gonna make it quicker. Not saying you should do a beat in 5 minutes, and if it happens, it happens. I'm not a 5-minute dude.
So
I
are
like
you using
this.
software with this? I mean, I know this because we know this is kind of like hardware, software. It's like you said, if your past and your future kind of come together.
Yeah.
What software are you using?
I
any
love
DAW?
Ableton. Ableton dude. Live and Die by Ableton. And I kind of use them together. Use them both standalones at the same time.
Okay.
I work my magic in Ableton, and then I consolidate my magic, and then I drop it into the MPC.
So let's see what you got here. You brought some treats. You brought some. You're gonna educate us on your flow, and definitely the art of sampling.
Dope soul record. Now I heard all the pieces that I would need, and I kind of got them chopped up in here already, right? So let's go to main, right? So what I heard, I sped it up, right? And so I would take that and I would program it. Compared to when we played the record and the record is sounding like, play it again.
Right.
So it's different where you hearing it one way, but the way I'm playing it, it doesn't sound nothing like how
how
and
they
it's
arranged
just
it and
little,
everything.
it's bits and pieces.
course, here at Dubspot, I go into just the art of chopping and sampling. Like,
Right.
it's an art form. It's, you know, not anybody can just, you know, okay, I'm picking this piece to pick. You got to know the right things to chop.
Your ear hears how you would compose it as an individual. It's like, oh man, I would take that and I would do this and I would do that. Like, I could pull different samples and I would rock different samples different ways. Like, and like I said, once again, you don't have to use the whole record. You could use a bit and a piece. Me, I'm looking through my stack here.
From different records.
From different records, you know. Let me throw this on right. It's on 45. That's all I would need right there. I don't need to put nothing else on it. I would take a hit and then I would funk it out because it's going at a high speed, but if you slow it down, it's gonna be gangster. That's all I need. Then I add the drums and the program into it. Then I'm gonna add bass notes, I'm gonna add horns, I might add a choir, I might do something crazy.
Right.
But, you know, to me, that's the art of sampling. When you could take a small piece, you don't have to take a whole loop. Like I said, y'all had me digging in the stash. And like even Bismarck replayed this, you know? Classic.
Oh, baby, you got what I need.
And then you got something like this where, you know, this might have been used, you might have heard it. Real gritty, real gangster. Person rhyme off this part.
Yep. Don't loop. Right, exactly.
That's a loop. Now, if you take that and you loop that might, you might come off with that, you know?
You know, as you're going through your records, it's just like a sound designer or somebody's going through their patches in Massive or Contact or something like that, right?
Right.
Same kind of deal. But you're using
Right,
vinyl
I'm
records.
using vinyl.
Right. This is what you call a real musician, a real lover of the passion of the art, the form. He's got credits, he's touring the world, he's etched in this music game, and he's giving love and respect to the old, new, and everything in between. And that's just, he just said it earlier, like he just loves music, man. You love music, that's inspiring.
That's what it's about to me.
Right.
I came up following these icons, Marley Marl, and Premier, and Lord Finesse, and Dr. Dre. These are icons.
Right.
Without a doubt, I want to give credit to my icons. They do it in rock all the time.
Right.
You know, the Beatles,
Right.
Billy Joel, Bruce Springsteen, U2. I don't never hear the word "oh" when you say these
right.
great names.
You're right.
Only in hip hop, you start putting, oh yeah, that's some old school dudes. Why can't they just be icons? Why you gotta put "oh" with it? Like,
Right.
you know, these dudes are icons. These are legends. These are pioneers. These are trailblazers.
Right.
The level and the passion that I got for the people that inspire me
Right.
to do music.
Well, man, thank you again.
Thanks for
Lord
having me.
Finesse, man, a pleasure. It's a pleasure, definitely. I'm honored. If you're interested in courses in LA, New York, and online, check out Dubspot.com. Peace.
Welcome to Dubspot. We believe in providing you hands-on experience right away. Whether you're completely new to music and want to turn the sounds in your head into a musical reality, or you're an experienced artist looking to refine your skills and add new tools to your arsenal, we're ready to meet you at your level. For students of all ages, all levels, and all styles of music, Dubspot is here to help you achieve your goals. With course offerings both online wherever you are and at our school in the heart of New York City, we are ready to guide you through the next phase of your musical transformation. Whether you want to produce music, DJ, or do both, you've come to the right place. Come explore Dubspot for yourself. Become a part of our community and make music.